Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and working on another storage room for the expansion, A Rift in Time. And this storage room is going to be all for our food-related items, including fish. Now, I know this probably isn't an original idea, but I think for each expansion, I'm gonna have a room inspired by one of the characters that come in the DLC. So obviously for this room, this is heavily Tangled inspired because we got Rapunzel in this DLC. My idea for this room is that it's going to be a tavern. Again, not really an original idea to have a Tangled tavern inspired room, especially since one of our premium shop houses is the Snuggly Duckling. I think that's what the house is called, which is the tavern that Rapunzel and Flynn go to in the movie Tangled. So it's not really an original idea, but because the storage room is for food related items, I thought a tavern fit very well, but I did want to add some pops of color, like the mural wall on the back, just to tie more of that Rapunzel in instead of just a tavern. I struggled a lot with how I wanted this build to look. One of the only things I knew I wanted was this Snuggly Duckling counter, which is Flynn Rider's, well, one of Flynn Rider's friendship rewards. And while I know you don't get Flynn Rider in Eternity Isle, and you get him in Storybook Vale, because it's Tangled themed, I did want to use this item because I think it's so beautiful. But I at first couldn't figure out how to orient the counters to make sure I got all 12 chests, but my final layout I thought was so interesting and like nothing I've personally done before, so I really like how it turned out. And while it feels cluttered, which is really what I wanted, it's still very accessible to put all my stuff away in storage. Now, here's where the tavern feel really starts to come in, especially a tavern like the Snuggly Duckling from Tangled, where they're so rowdy and it's maybe not the nicest place, but adding these rugs all askew and the barrel tables with the few stools arranged kind of all over the place really made it feel lived in and like it was for a bunch of rowdy thugs and ruffians. Sorry if you didn't get that reference, but it is a direct reference from Tangled and this tavern specifically. Again, I wanted to add a little bit more Rapunzel themed items, so I did add these lantern lights, which I think are adorable. Most of the Rapunzel stuff is pretty top tier. I think the Rapunzel items are some of my favorite in the game, so I added those. And then at this point, I'm really just adding clutter to the walls. Again, this is supposed to feel lived in and kind of mishmashy with its stuff. And we need some usable items like pots and pans and mugs. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do at this point. Before we go to the final build overviews, I do want to say that there is a bit of editing magic because all the counters just get filled with these storageable items. And this is such a tedious task, but in the end, it looks so good. Also, I did add a few more clutter items. Like I said, I wanted it to feel very full, and I hope this video did provide you some inspiration If you have any comments or suggestions on build ideas or themed rooms I should do next, please let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!